Living in Om.
And Iggy with Living in Om.
Thank you guys so much for being here and watching us. We just had this strong guidance today to really put forth some things that are coming to us, especially at this time leading up to the winter solstice, December 21st, 2020.
How are you doing, Soul Family? I hope everybody's doing well. Are you feeling all these energies? Are you feeling all these solar flashes and what's happening around the planet? This is just incredible. We're so excited about what's happening and what's coming. And so we have received some downloads and guidance as to how to move forward and how to get ready for the winter solstice.
So, as you know, the whole planet is in a major shift right now, and hopefully for those of you that are watching this are knowing that this is really a great awakening, moving into another energy. So our planet, the way that it was before the whole thing shutdown happened in March, we can't go back to that anymore. We can't.
I mean, it already feels different.
Yeah, it is.
Already feels different.
It is different. And, you know, all of the chaos is coming to the surface. All of the things that were hidden are coming to the surface. All of the things we didn't know about, the corruption and all the darkness is coming to the surface, and everything is getting revealed for humanity to really see and be out there in the open.
And there's going to be more.
Yeah, there's
going to
hear
more about that in 2021 for sure.
And how it relates is that external world of revealing of the darkness really is happening within. It's happening inside too. So this time where the whole planet had to stop, you know, when we did this in March, everybody had to kind of go in. And we were physically staying indoors, but we really had to go inside internally and look at those parts of us that were probably not so good or unhealed, or things that we pushed way back, and really have to address all of those energies within that really aren't in alignment with who you really are.
Yeah, I saw it kind of like a gift from the universe.
Oh yeah,
this was a great opportunity to really look within, look at those aspects of ourselves we don't really like, things that are traumatic, things that needed to be released. So, you know, this was really an opportunity to like shed things like victimhood mentality, right? Like, why did it happen to me? Why me? Poor me? Those kinds of things, you know, instead of taking responsibility for our own life and for everything that we called upon into our awareness and into our experience.
You as a soul being on this planet, the situations that you chose for yourself, the people in your life you have soul contracts with, and you decided even before you came here, you decided what you were going to learn in this earth school.
So there are no accidents, there are no coincidences. Do you believe in that? You know, or do you still think that things happen completely randomly?
I believe, and Iggy doesn't believe, that things are totally random. We know that we decided, you know, certain things to experience here in this physical body, and we did that so that we could really understand who we are as powerful soul beings on the planet. So you brought upon different circumstances in your life that were difficult, that were challenging, so that you could really have that experience. And if you really dig deep and understand it, it really is for your evolution and for your growth.
So some people still may not buy into that. Some people may still think, well, why would I pick this major disease or this horrible car accident or abusive relationship? And unfortunately, the way it works is that we grow the most when we are struggling, we're going through difficulties. If we if everything was just like served to us on a silver platter and we would just sit comfortably on a couch, would we grow? Most likely not.
No.
Right? So we need to be put in uncomfortable situations. And it is generally in those difficult times that we grow the most.
And so that's one aspect of it too. So like on a collective level too, we know that there are light and dark forces here, right? Because we are living in this world of polarity and duality. So there's dark and light, and the forces of the dark try to control most of the light. And so all of that, or the matrix, is crumbling down right now.
Right.
I mean, we're seeing it happen, which is amazing, and I'm so excited because so many things are going to change for us. And I want you
For
guys to
so much better.
feel that inside, that humanity and the way of life is totally shifting. And so, it's already starting this ascension journey, the energies of it, from 2012 and on, they're just getting more enhanced, and we're moving into a different vibrational frequency. So the earth is going to be very, very different. And this date of 12/21/2020, which is the winter solstice, I've been seeing in meditation now for a lot, like I don't even know how many times they showed me 12/21 for so long now. And so I knew, like, okay, that's important. that's an important date.
Right, and we can see evidence of that also in the space, right? So in our solar system, we have two major planetary bodies, Jupiter and Saturn, coming into conjunction. It starts on the 17th. They start coming into alignment, and they will form like this alignment. So they will appear as if they were one planet, and it's going to be like a major, bright star. It will appear like a major bright star in our sky. So. From planetary perspective, there is this alignment that will happen in our sky, but it's major energetic event.
So this conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn hasn't happened for like 400 years, and so it's going into 0 degrees in Aquarius. And so I think a lot of you who are following us know, the energy of Aquarius, of one of harmony, of peace, equanimity. And so the energies of those two planets are like coming together to create that energy of more peace, and feel the effects of that. So if you guys don't follow the stars or cosmic alignments, it's good if you do, because it will tell you a lot of things. Because of course we're connected to the cosmos. The Earth is part of this, this solar system here, and so it's important to understand what's happening cosmically too, because it affects the physical body, which all of you guys are probably, or have been for now, experiencing a lot of ascension symptoms, which you may think that you're getting sick, or you may feel like you're getting the flu, but it's just like for a few hours or like a day, but it's the ascension.
You may be getting heart palpitations and pain in the heart, which is very temporary, right?
It's because the energy of you is expanding. So what's happening are this energy that's coming actually from the sun, the central sun, to Earth, is shifting us so dramatically. If you guys are hearing high-pitched frequencies in your ear, which I do all the time,
both ears,
it's annoying.
Yes, it's extremely annoying and tiring.
Really annoying, but like,
hear it all day long.
I know, sometimes it's all day, but you know what? I'm like, I'm getting upgraded right now. I'm getting upgraded. So then,
it's for a good cause.
Yeah, then I tolerate it. And I'm like, okay. Like you're talking to somebody, and then you just like, hear this in both ears sometimes, and like, oh my gosh. But you know what? Just understand that your ears don't have problems. It's just that it's the energies that are coming through, and your body is adjusting. Okay, our bodies are mostly carbon based, and we're shifting from carbon based to silicon based bodies. So we're turning into crystalline beings here on Earth.
The other symptoms that you might notice is that it appears as we're losing our memory. Like we are forgetting things.
Totally. Oh
right?
my God.
And you're not going crazy. You're not losing your mind. This is just another symptom of Ascension.
Yeah.
And it's happening to all of us, that we're forgetting little details, or we have a hard time also placing timeline correctly. Like, did it happen
Like,
2
when
days
was
ago?
that?
Or
Was
was
that
it 2
like
weeks ago?
3 weeks ago?
I can't, like...
When did, we talk about that all the
happen?
time.
And
like,
so
when did we do
we
that?
have such a hard time, like, figuring out time.
Because it's changing right now. So time was put in place. The moon was put in place to keep us rooted in time. If you guys, know stuff about the moon being not something that was created, that's artificial, that was created to root us in time, to root us in cycles. And so we are slowly getting out of that, because humans were, we created time to exist past, present, and future, but really there is no time. Everything that is happening is already happening in this now moment. So even when you think about past lives, it's not really past, it's all happening like this.
Concurrently.
All in this moment, all up and down, all happening in the now moment.
You can think of it stacked as a deck of cards.
Yeah, if you never heard that before, it's like mind blowing. Like, what? And I go, yes.
So everything is unfolding in the one eternal moment.
That's right.
really what's going on, and then because of that, time travel is possible. Backwards and forward.
And this is why, like, all of you are super psychic. All of you have so many abilities. All of our abilities are starting to awaken right now. We are meant to have these abilities. It's just that part of our DNA hasn't been activated yet. So these energies from the central sun are activating those gifts. So if you are starting to see yourself or feel, energies more, you're having a lot happening in your dream state, you're having knowings about things like, oh yeah, I know that, or like just all kinds of psychic things.
You may feel kinship with particular star families.
If you guys are seeing things like, with your third eye, everything is starting to open, and all your clear abilities, clear cognizance, clear sentience, clear audience, all of that is starting to open up.
And if it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Don't try to force it, because sooner or later it will become clear to you.
So and it's happening in such like gentle ways. It's not like, forced or anything like that. It's just that one day you'll start to notice things like, oh, my eyes are like adjusting, and I'm seeing like orbs, around. And so it's just like that. It just kind of happens. And so, or you'll start to receive energies. Like, I know all of you have probably felt this, like, oh, I feel like I need to call my friend. And then you call your friend, and they're like, oh, I was just thinking about you, right? Yeah, or things like that. Or like you're thinking about your friend, and then bam, they call you up, or your mom, or whoever. And so of course, because those thoughts, there is no time with thoughts, right? And it's an energetic connection.
Energy,
yeah,
for sure.
It's an energetic connection.
So if you're sensitive, you're gonna feel that more. And our telepathic abilities are also going to become sharper.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's totally happening to me right now. And I am like, I feel so many people, and I know sometimes like when to connect with people. And sometimes they're like, oh, I'm so glad you called me, or reached out to me, and and so that's been happening to me for a while.
So maybe we can talk about things, the guidance that we received in preparation for the 1221 gateway, and what we should be doing with ourselves. So we feel like we should prepare our bodies to be as clear and pure as possible. So we are called to do fasting. We're thinking about starting fasting on the 17th.
Yeah, so my guidance was when I was in meditation, they were telling me December 17th. And so I was like, wait, what's December 17th? I mean, they're talking to me about fasting. And when I looked it up, and that's when, you know, that transition of Saturn and Jupiter, where they're going to start moving, you know, together, starts to happen. So I go, ooh, that totally makes sense. So getting that guidance to really prepare the body to receive the energies that are going to be coming through on the 21st is going to be super important. So we wanted to share that with everyone, and the guidance was to do a fast. And so
yeah, so it's fast is really important to purify our physical body, right? So we want to keep our vessel, our temple, as pure as possible. Why is that? Well, imagine when you are full of food, you spend a lot of energy digesting and cleansing the body, detoxifying body, and so on. If you fast, first of all, you get rid of the food, so you don't have to spend energy to digest it. You don't have to detoxify it so much. And then you also gain certain level of mental clarity. If you've ever fasted, you know what I'm talking about. And it takes about 3 days. Once you reach that mental clarity that is really indescribable, you just feel so much more sensitive and clearer. There is a certain level of knowingness that you don't have when you keep eating daily. And you also realize by day 2 or 3 how eating is something that we don't necessarily do because we have to eat all the time. We are eating for pleasure. Yeah. That becomes very clear.
And you kind of see that you have an attachment, you know, to food, and how I see it is like, wow, we've been so ingrained by the matrix to really eat at certain times too.
Very much part of programming.
Yeah, if you really follow your body rhythms, which animals do naturally, like you wouldn't be eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like how the time, wherever your time zone is, like that. And so you would really just be feeling, you know, whatever you feel in the body, and go with that. So I honestly believe that fasting helps to break that cycle, as well as do all those things to help to cleanse you, purify you, not only on the physical level, but it does emotionally, yeah, and mentally. You have so much more clarity. And you know, it's been scientifically proven that if you fast for 72 hours at least, then your cells start to regenerate, and you boost your immune system, you know, when you do that. So you can look up all the research about fasting. There are so many ways to fast. If you've never fasted before, you could start with a juice fast and just do juicing all day long, and try that and see if that works for you.
It's a little easier on the body because you still get some calories and sugars, and so you are not as hungry. But then when you're using vegetables and fruits, those are much lighter to digest and easier on the body. So
I feel that in conjunction with fasting, if you don't have any other spiritual practice at all for yourself, then juicing would probably be the best, because for us, we meditate every single day, and that is a practice. It's something that I have been doing, you know, for over 25 years now, and it's something I have to do. I have to do, you know, for my sanity, for clarity, to get guidance. I mean, so many things can happen in meditation. So I feel like when you meditate and you're fasting at the same time, it's 2 practices. But I also feel that in meditation that you're able to harness the universal life energy, you know, through you, so that fasting isn't, when you think about, you know, not eating anything, it's not that hard.
Right.
Because you can receive so much in meditation.
The other aspect of meditation to me is connecting to that divine aspect within us, within our heart, right? So when you close your eyes and you focus on the breathing and connect to that aspect of yourself that is beyond your name, beyond your body, beyond even perhaps personality. It's just that undefinable within us, that pure consciousness that connects to the source. And so it is like hanging with your higher self, you know, and so
who wants to hang with their higher selves? I do, because I know my higher self knows a lot more than like me here in the physical. So like
that's how we receive guidance.
Yeah,
you know, that's your ultimate guru, your higher self, because your higher self chose this existence for you right now, right? That higher self chose the circumstances of your life. The higher self knows what is best for you, you know, so why wouldn't you want to connect with that?
Come on down, give me some messages. Right? That's what I would like for myself.
Set my ass straight.
I know. You know? Put those messages in me. So I know where to go, what direction, you know, to go to. Because sometimes what happens is when we're trying to figure something out, we
overanalyze it.
Yeah, we figure things out from matter, like the density that we are. So we're like going in the head and trying to figure it out, and pros and cons of this and that, whatever. But you know what? All those answers are really up in the higher realms and everything. And
most of us try to overanalyze things in our head. But interestingly enough, a lot of decisions we make are emotional decisions. When we choose whether we accept the job or not, no matter how much we like mull it over in our head, or whether we buy this or that, a lot of times it's just pure emotional impulse. And that emotional impulse is coming from our intuition and from our inner self.
Yeah, so you know, one of the things to do right now, if you can, is to meditate. And we're not saying like you have to meditate for 30 minutes to an hour every single day. If you haven't even meditated or are not inconsistent in your practice, like meditate for like 5 minutes. I think everybody can do 5 minutes. Just sit and be in stillness and just breathe. Count your breath, you know, count your inhales, hold at the top, count your exhales, hold at the bottom, and just keep doing that and just be in that stillness with the breath. Your breath is life. Your breath is why you're here. So connecting to the breath, I feel, is connecting to who you really are.
And we are all challenged starting meditating because we all have the monkey mind, right? Or the puppy dog mind that runs all that. Over the place, you know, and it's just like can't stay focused on one thing. And so the best tool when you start to meditate is either download some kind of app and use guided meditations,
you can do guided meditation,
or focus on the breath. And when you count your breaths, let's say what Judy was saying, or like there are many different, there's pranic breathing, which is 7-1-7-1, which is count to 7 up on inhale, then you hold for 1 count, then exhale for 7 counts, and then hold for 1 count. And when you do that and you continuously are counting while you're breathing,
all this stuff goes
your
away.
focus,
it's like
your focus on the counting takes away that monkey mind, right?
So that's a good way to start if you're not already meditating, you know, right now. And really, I feel like the goal is not to like, ooh, let's see if I can go a little bit longer. To me, it's just to have a consistent practice. That's it. Just have a consistent practice.
Even if it's 5 minutes per day.
Yeah, because there's so much research now than when I started meditating like over 25 years ago, that meditation helps you in so many ways. Helps the physical body, it helps the mental, you know, body, it helps the emotional body, it helps you spiritually. And so
and you connect to that creative aspect of yourself.
Oh
you
my
connect
God,
to
yes,
the
I
higher
do.
self. So, you know,
Oh my gosh.
by sitting for 5 or 10 minutes in meditation and quieting yourself, you can be so much more productive in your day because you can solve things so much more efficiently and skillfully just by getting download from your higher self.
I know, and
this
it's
is
so
you can actually
cool.
ask your higher self in meditation, or let's say before you go to bed, what could be solution for this particular issue or problem, and then in the morning meditate for 5 or 10 minutes and receive the answer. It's magical.
Yeah, and you know what, you guys, like, you're so connected already to your higher self and all of your multi-dimensional beings, because they're there for you, and you are being guided. We have so many guides, angels, ascended masters, goddesses. We have guides from other realms, you know, fairies and unicorns, and we have many galactic guides, you know, with us, and they are helping with the ascension journey right now, because...
But there is a caveat. They will not help you because they will not interfere with your free will. So you have to ask for help. You have to invite them to help you, invite them to guide you. So we can, in a prayer or in a meditation, you can connect with them and ask for it specifically.
And so that's one thing that we as soul beings, because we're not just beings here in the physical body, we're soul beings in a physical body. We have connections with so many higher dimensional beings here, and they are existing here. It's just that, like, our physical eyes can't see them.
Right. Some of those could be aspects of yourself from the future, if you will, or other dimensions, and some of those could be your star brothers and sisters.
Yeah, and you may be able to see them here. You maybe see them from your third eye, like I do. I see a lot of beings, and so, you know, I ask for their guidance and work with them. Or sometimes you can have a feeling, you know, that they're there, present, and you may get like a message through like a feeling. It's not necessarily words, but it's like a knowing, like, oh my gosh, I just got this message, and it's kind of like you were downloaded this message. Or you may hear, they may like directly, like they're sitting there talking to you and they're giving you a message as like really directly, as if they were there. So that could happen too. So there's so many ways that you could get messages from your guides, but just know that you're not alone, and that there are so many higher dimensional beings with you. I mean, all of you guys, I mean, I know a lot of you have angels as your guides, prominent guides that are around you. So if you tap into and tune into them, they can assist you. They're helping us right now. They are.
And they're rooting us on.
Yeah.
Because they understand how huge this shift is globally, and this will not only impact this planet, it will impact the entire universe.
There's something special about the Earth. Earth is just super special in the grand scheme of all. You want to talk about that, Iggy? It's really special in that it holds a stargate.
Right, so there are celestial bodies throughout the universe that hold portals, if you will, to other dimensions, and one of them is within our planet.
Right.
This is part of the reason why this planet was so desired, and some other entities who were not of the light necessarily wanted to control this planet because they wanted to gain access to higher dimensions that they were not privy to.
You know, when humanity was first seated on the planet, I mean, we really came from other star nations. I mean, we really are a compilation of different galactic races, you know, that came here to Earth to protect the Stargate of the Earth. I know this sounds like weird, maybe for some of you, but kind of expand your mind right now, okay, so that you can really understand this from another level.
We are truly a composite. Humanity is composite of many different star beings.
Oh my God, so many, you guys, so many, and I think for those who are watching us, you guys know that, like, Earth and humanity, we're not the only beings in this freaking universe. No way. There is no way.
There are billions of races out there.
Billions. Oh my gosh. And so the thing about it is we just kind of got hijacked and the matrix clamped down so that humans would not believe that there are other, beings out there. And so they try to hide that, from us, hide the truth from us. And this is what has happened over the years. Like when humanity was first seeded here, we were like living in bliss and, and paradise. And then our DNA got hijacked, right?
Yeah, and
so,
a lot of our indigenous tribes on the planet still have stories
right.
that they tell to their younger generations about their star brothers, or sometimes they refer to them as gods,
right.
because they didn't understand. They were so much more advanced, and they could travel here from other places, from the stars, so they called them gods. But many times they called them brothers too.
Yeah, and so if you guys are interested in wanting to learn more about galactic history, because this is what we're not taught, galactic history in school. No one teaches us about all the other beings that have been here on the planet, and so much of history was so distorted, that they didn't really tell the truth about what was happening, and they're still hiding the truth right now. Right. So much shit's been hidden, like the things that in Egypt, all over the world, all over.
There are a lot of beings
pyramids.
existing within Earth.
Right. Yeah. Inner Earth too.
Right. So there are actually other beings and other races existing on this planet and within Agartha, the inner Earth.
Right.
So there are some there. There are beings within our solar system on Venus and other other planets. Just because it appears inhospitable to us from our perspective in this dimension, that doesn't mean that it exists that way in a higher dimension, let's say fifth dimension or higher. And so they can exist on a planet that may appear too hot or too cold or inhospitable to our form of life in this dense body that we exist in right now.
And so, I mean, one of the things for Iggy and I is like we tap into the galactic part of ourselves. We know that we have, or are right now, are related to other star systems, that are out there. I mean, we resonate so much with our Arcturian selves, and Iggy and I have the same Arcturian mother, and we know that we came here on a mission. We volunteered, and most of you, probably all of you that are watching us, you came here for the same. You came here to really shift humanity at this time. There is no accident that you are here right now at this pivotal time on Earth. There is no accident. You are here because you're a light worker. You are here to really shine your light out in the world. All of us are designed with different light codes. We have different codes within us that are here to be expressed. And when you understand that your unique and individual codes are here on the planet for a reason, for expression and for the highest vibration of experience of love and joy and happiness, really you're here to create heaven on earth. This is why you're here. You're here for that.
So what we can talk about a little bit more perhaps is that we are primarily energetic beings. We are energy.
Yes.
That is our core
Woo,
truth.
Energy.
Yes. So every, all of the beings around the universe are unique. We all carry unique energetic signature.
Yes.
So, and there is a specific light pattern and vibration that is related to that.
Yeah.
So we are recognized by our star families through our energetic signature that is unique to us. So in other dimensions, beings don't necessarily have names because name doesn't really explain who you are the way that your energetic signature does.
Right.
Okay, so understand that you are an energetic being, and so we exist in vibrational energetic universe,
Right.
and so we
yeah.
transmit energy and vibrations in our day-to-day interactions. When you think about something, your thoughts carry energy, and your thoughts don't stop. When you think about your friend, that thought doesn't end with your friend. That thought carries through the universe. It impacts all aspects of the universe.
Oh my gosh, I
and
know.
your thoughts can actually spur creation of parallel universes. Your decisions can actually do that. So if you want to learn more about that, I recommend
mind-blowing.
Convoluted Universe by Dolores Cannon.
Yes.
And so she has been receiving information from various people who have gone into hypnotic state, and they've shared information from their past lives, and she collected tons of information about the universe and what's going on really around us that we in this three-dimensional body many times are completely oblivious to.
You guys, the thing about it is that our minds, like right now, how it is, the way that it is, our brains, we're not even using it to its capacity right now. So then things like this kind of stuff, it's mind-blowing. And yes, it is mind-blowing because we have been living in this box for the longest time, and the dark forces want us to live in this box and kind of be on this trajectory, of like, do this. The dream is to really, work a corporate job for 30 years and live in a nice home and have 2.5 children, and then you have a retirement, and then you can really travel and all of that. Like, is that a dream, really?
To me, my brothers and sisters, that's slavery. That's a modern day slavery. And so we've been programmed to buy into this idea that this is freedom, that this is what life is all about.
Is it freedom? What the fuck? Like, we have been just so hijacked our thoughts, to live this template. And now that all of this has happened in the world and it's been shut down and all that, people are, working from home now, and they're just like, wow, this is nice. I don't like going to work anymore. And people are seeing a different way, a different way of life. And people are like, because you're staying at home, people are doing things that they're passionate about. Everybody's like gardening, like planting things.
People
Everybody's cooking.
Learning musical instruments.
Or painting.
Whatever brings them joy.
Exactly.
And we should be doing more of that.
Yes, so that's the other aspect, besides like fasting before the 21st and also meditating, that do the things that bring you so much joy.
Fart rainbows.
Yes, fart rainbows. Be your unicorn selves and fart rainbows every day. So whatever it is inside of you that brings you so much joy within, like it lights you up on the inside, and you feel like a kid, you feel like a child, and you just are like in this state where there's no time because you're in that joy. Do that. I know we all want to do that every single day and have that experience every single day, because when you're in that vibrational state, collectively what happens, it helps the consciousness of the planet. When you're in that state, we're actually we were designed to be in joy.
That's pure creation, pure creative mode, right?
Yes.
When you are
either
expressing through music or art or dance or whatever it is that lights you up. And it could be gardening, it could be anything.
Anything. And so right now, like, before the 21st, we really challenge you guys to do things that bring you joy every single day. Every day, whatever that is. Do that every single day, because really your tuning into who you are on the inside and tapping into the higher aspect of you when you are in that state of joy, because really that is your organic natural rhythm is joy. It is joy. Like this bullshit stuff about stress and worrying about this and that and money and all of that, this is a distraction. It's a distraction.
And
really
we're moving away from all those agendas of fear and control, manipulation and lies, right? So that's gonna go away.
That is all gonna end. So, I know that what's coming for the planet is a planet where every being living here is going to have all their basic needs met. Everybody's going to have shelter. Everybody's going to have food. Everybody's going to have clothing. Like, we're not going to have...
Clean water.
Yeah, clean water. We're not going to have poverty like how we do right now.
We're going to have abundance for everybody.
There's going to be just so much abundance for the entire planet. We literally are creating the new Earth right now.
Well, the abundance was already here. The problem was the lack of willingness, right, with distribution and everything else.
Oh, so the 1% of the elite did all of that
less
to
than
us.
1%.
Yeah, less than 1%. But you know what? But they're not going to be doing that anymore. And so,
no.
Yeah, so right now, the world has to play out. Some of the stuff has to play out so that a lot more of the ones that are in that matrix, they're going to wake up to the truth. And so this is exciting because if you kind of know that, okay, we're shifting, we're moving into the fifth dimensional frequencies, a new Earth is getting created right now. All of the things that kept us in the dark, they're getting revealed right now. And so you know what that means? That means everything has to change. Everything has to change. So that's another thing, is coming into acceptance right now of how things are unfolding on the planet, and being in your heart space and really trusting that the trajectory on where we're moving into the higher dimension of the fifth dimensional frequencies of new Earth, and we are really creating a new way of life. So things have to change, okay? Banking has to change. The whole damn financial industry has to change.
Education system
totally has to change. For
healthcare
sure.
system.
Yeah, all of that changing, the way we do business, politics, all of it. So all of these structures have to fall. They cannot stay the same. They can't. And anyways, we don't want it to stay the same.
And this could be scary. So when things start falling apart, and they may fall very rapidly, some people may be in fear. They might not understand what's going on, and they may buy into this whole fear. What does this mean? What does it mean when the financial system crashes, right? Or when the governments fold, and we need to create a new form of government. They may not understand what it is, and they will buy into the fear of that. We choose not to buy into the fear. Because we see the beauty, the abundance, and the freedom that is beyond that. And that's so magnificent. It's truly divine guidance into that dimension.
And the way that you tap into that frequency that Iggy was talking about is to stay in your heart. Okay, just stay in your heart. This is why we suggest that you do things that light you up and bring you joy, because that's staying inside of your heart space. Because when we feed into the fear and anxiety of the external, things that are telling us and we start to believe in that, and so then it lowers our vibration.
Yeah.
So really,
step number 1: turn off your TV.
Yeah.
Right. Don't watch TV, particularly news. That's so much toxicity in there. We haven't watched TV for years, and so
lie vision.
Yeah.
Tell lie vision. Okay. Lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway.
So less television.
Yeah.
And we also recommend that you spend more time in nature. Go
Oh, yeah, for
outside,
sure.
especially when there is sun outside. Get those sun
Light codes.
energies, get those light codes.
Get those light codes from the
Get
sun.
that,
Light
your
yourself
DNA
up.
upgraded,
Yeah.
your pineal
Yeah.
gland activated.
Sit there and like,
Connect with
activate
trees.
me, activate
Yes.
me. Send me those light codes right now. I want to get upgraded. Do that, because you really are receiving so much. There's something I want to talk about, because, okay, like, a lot of people worship the moon, and a lot of people do a lot of moon rituals and stuff like that. When you look at the moon, it's beautiful. I get that. I, for a lot of years, have done lots of full moon rituals, and and the moon does affect the energetic frequencies of the planet and everything, and has a role in that. But then there's another aspect, to the moon. And so, and it's not good. Let me tell you guys that. It's just not good. So I don't do anything with the moon right now. I don't like put my crystals out with the moon. I got that guidance some time ago. Like, I think it was like last year. I don't even know, or the year before. Whenever the heck it was, but I stopped doing that. Doing putting my crystals out.
Yeah. Sun is the source of our energy.
Or charging like water in the moon and stuff like that. So no, the sun, you guys, the sun really is the source, because we get the energy from the central sun, which is in the middle of the universe, which goes to our sun in our solar system, which streams down to the planet. So like, here in my third eye, I see that happening. I see those light codes, coming in, and sometimes I hear the frequencies of certain of those light codes coming in, either if it's like the gamma rays, coming in from the sun or whatever. And so, for me, I know that to be true, that we are getting upgrades, from the sun, not the moon. Not the moon.
Many of our ancestors, a lot of ancient cultures worshipped sun. And so even the concept of cross, which was originally in the circle, cross in the circle, signified sun. And so it is possible that this concept of cross made its way into Christianity, but it originated with sun.
Yeah, it did. So that's just another thing. Just get out in the sun, like be out in Mother Gaia's energy. And if you can go somewhere where there is no like cell towers, no internet, no nothing, where you can be in a natural environment as much as possible.
Maybe body of water.
Yeah, anywhere. If you're by a beach or by a river or by a lake, or you can go to a forest or wherever. And that way you really receive the energy of Earth. You receive Mother Gaia's energy, and if you can, if it's not cold at the time, you can walk barefoot, and that would really actually help your own frequencies when you're grounding down and actually touching with your feet, touching the earth. It holds so much healing energy when you do that. So we highly recommend for you to get out in nature as much as you can. And if you can't, go to a park. If you can't, like, go somewhere where you can have trees, grass, anything around. Take a walk, even if it's just at your local park. Go and do that, because you know what, you're going to feel so much better. You are. The most important thing really is to take care of you. To take care of you right now. Take care, see yourself as a holy temple, and that you are taking care of your temple as much as possible, because we are receiving a lot of these light codes that are coming down. Our physical bodies have to hold in the light. We have to hold in more light. So if you're dense, if you have a lot of trauma or a lot of pain, or a lot of anger on the inside, like, you're not going to be able to hold in the light. You're not. You're not. So those are the kinds of things to really look at and release and transmute. The thing is that you guys are super powerful. You're super powerful alchemists, you know, too. You're energetic alchemists here on the planet. We are here to master our energy. We are.
Yes.
We're having this physical experience on Earth to master our energies and to be on our divine mission on the planet.
Yes, that means transmuting all the old traumas, fears, anxiety, right? Any kind of negative emotion, guilt, shame, all into love and light.
And
that is what alchemy is about.
And the thing about it is, like, even our past lives, you know, when we incarnate again, then we hold some of those traumas and pains and all of that guilt and shame and rejection and abandonment, all of that inside of the body. I mean, I see that when I look at people, because in my third eye I can see chakras, and things are, the density in chakras because of the pain that has happened is sometimes so intense, and I'm like, wow, that person's not vibrating, you know, very much, or their chakras aren't like the color, or they're not spinning, you know, the way that they need to be at optimal flow. And so so really take care of yourselves and look at those things on the inside. Sometimes we might not know, like sometimes, like, okay, I feel something, I don't know where this is coming from. This is why meditation is helpful, because when you meditate, you can ask your higher self, like, what is this inside? Why do I feel like this? What is this anxiety, or what is this fear, or what, you know, what is this coming from? Oh, you know what? I want to talk to you guys about this too. I am making these essential oil blends to support the body, to support your energetic body, your physical body, you know, also and your emotional body. So I wanted to just kind of show you, like, some that I made. Look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? So this is a root chakra essential oil blend in here, and it has red jasper crystals in there. Okay, so the red jasper helps to keep you grounded, and so this essential oils, you know, in here, when you use this every day, this helps to really balance you here in your root chakra. So these are going to be Living in Home Creations by Judy. Ta-da! So I'm finally wanting, creating these, wanting to do it for a while now. So here's the solar plexus chakra one with tiger's eye in it. And you know what's cool about these? This is kind of cool, is that, you know, the tiger's eye crystals in here, and it has a tiger's eye roller ball. That's so cool. And so, you know, you can put this in on your solar plexus, or different meridian points, you know, on the body, to help you with all of the aspects, you know, with your solar plexus, you know, really coming into your power, you know, really feeling that energy of who you are as this, you know, goddess being here on the planet. So I'm making these, or God being on the planet. So I'm making like essential oil blends for every chakra. Well, the 7 chakras that we know of, but we have a lot more than 7. So just want to let you guys know it's coming. It's coming. All right. So that was kind of a lot, you guys. That's almost like an hour of us talking, like, holy cow. So if you do have any questions in regards to this ascension journey, or whatever you're feeling, you know, we're here to support you.
Yeah,
and
post questions,
or questions, and
send us a message.
Yeah, send us a message. I mean, Iggy and I are fully now 100% tapped into this journey of helping humanity awaken in so many different aspects. You know, we do it with doing our cacao ceremonies. We do plant medicine retreats, you know, we help so many people and do a lot of ascension coaching.
Healing sessions.
And we do healing sessions, you know, on people. We you know, do so much. We talk so much about eating, you know, the
Plant-based
plant-based foods, and so we know that we are shifting our frequencies, and we want to support you in your journey here and through this ascension, and in any way that we can be of service to you. We are here for you. We're here for you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you guys for like sticking around and listening to this 55-minute conversation with us. We love you so much, and we promise we're gonna do some more videos, and whatever guidance we get, we're gonna put it out there for all of you for sure. So I love you. I love you.
So much love to you guys.
Yes, so much love, and please just be mindful of what to do, you know, for December 21st, because it's going to be super powerful. We're going to be doing a ceremony, holding down the light, holding down the light on that day, and we highly recommend that you do the same thing. All right, you guys.
Namaste.
We will talk to you again soon. Namaste.